Okay, so I want to explain exactly what going down the pipe means. There's a pipe that's basically, for me there are two pipes. There's one that comes directly from the center of gravity up here in my chest, basically the inside of my spinal column, and directs force through a vector out my arm. And there's a pipe that my body, my skeleton, fits inside of. And what happens in order to get this most efficient is, especially for my job, I start with my shoulder forward, already in the pipe position. And then with my rear hand, I also bring it slightly forward. Not as much, but I put this elbow here because now it's in the line as my spinal column. So that means also if he tries to compress my organs against my spinal column, which is what a body blow is, he's going to run into my elbow. That's very handy for me because it means I can counter right off that. You use your arms as your protection, your gloves and your arms. So you want to keep it in here and you keep it all in the pipe. And when you punch, you're spinning your body 180 degrees. And the reason why you're able to do this is because your knees are very bent. When your knees are bent, it allows your hips to move in order that your shoulders can move 180 degrees. And then all you do is just straighten out your hand right at the end of the motion. Notice how my heels are lifting up and I'm really pivoting on my feet. Now, in order to check that you're doing this right, if you throw a right hand, see if you can lift up your left foot. See if you can hold it for 1 full second. You can do the same thing when you throw a left. Or if you're a southpaw, you know it would be basically here. You try to lift up your lead foot. Throw a punch, lift your lead foot. Throw a punch, lift your lead foot. That's a way for you to discipline yourself without any coaches. You just do it yourself, and you'll know whether or not your stance is good. Is my power leg underneath me? Lift up that front foot. Now you know it is, because that thing's ready to go. I mean, all your weight's on it. And if your legs are strong enough that you can stay with a 45-degree angle, a 90-degree angle, the whole fight long, it means that your opponent is going to have to deal with you constantly threatening his consciousness. As soon as you're up here, you're in a position where you're resting and you're being more efficient. But who the hell needs to rest in an amateur fight that's only 2-minute rounds? So what you want to do is you want to stay disciplined in an amateur fight. Go down the pipe a lot because it's low risk and you don't get hit back as easily. And you can score and keep the guy moving back, which really impresses the judges. In a professional fight, it doesn't mean as much. But in an amateur fight, where usually it goes to the cards, it's important to keep pushing forward. And the way you push forward, like in any sport, is you push up from the ground. That means when you punch forward down the pipe, boom, bang, you're bending your knees. You have a perpendicular angle in your back foot. And your back foot is directly under your ass. You see that? It's not over here, pushing like that. It's here. Small and compact, but the whip here unfurls fully. And that's punching in the pocket, but long range down the pipe. So practice keeping your knees bent, swiveling your hips to get to 180, putting your shoulders in front of your chin. And when you go down the pipe, your chin stays buried in your shoulder. And at the last moment, the knuckles come over. Only like the crack of a whip does that happen. The leg pivoting and the shoulder are simultaneous. here's the pivot point, one joint away. There's the knee, one joint away, there's the shoulder. Those move in concert. Then it's the elbow and the ankle. Those finally whip in concert. And in consequence, that will make the whip crack. Because this is all that's left while that's stuffed into the ground. And that's how you transfer the ground directly into the guy's chin.